Today we talk about holding your ground and not backing up. Just hold your ground. Hey, welcome to Practice Wing Chun, where we discuss Wing Chun and answer any training related question. My name is Edgar, and this is episode 56 of Practice Wing Chun. And today we're going to talk about holding your ground and not backing up. Why? So this past weekend, during class, we went over a drill. First time I've ever done it, and it was more of a psychological drill. And the premise is to hold your ground and not back up while you're in a defensive position against your opponent. Your opponent will come at you, and your goal is to just hold your ground and just defend. So this was really hard for me because the first thing that happened is a barrage of attacks come at me, and I'm just trying to just block and back up and move around. But when my seafood there, he's just like, no, just stand there, take it, hold your ground, and just use what you can. And this was, once again, very difficult because psychologically it's either fight or flee, and if you're not fighting, you want to flee. So there's a lot of times where I just kept backing up, but once I got into my stance and just kind of relied on shifting and my blocks, it became easier to do because my opponent became stuck because he was limited to the amount of attacks he can throw at me at such a close range. Because he's coming at me with forward energy, I'm just holding it and just moving it around and trying to defend myself. But at the same time, it's also like a double-edged sword, because my attacks were also limited because since we're both at such a close distance, let's say it's like from here to here, all I had was, I didn't have my angles, so this was collapsed, but everything was like just really, really close range. Now, you may wonder why this drill is useful, because once again, this was a psychological drill, because your normal, or my normal response is to just back up or move without just standing there. So I want to step to the side, or I want to take a step back or a step forward, or whatever the case is, but never have I just stood there and just taken it. And the reason for this, the benefits of this is when your opponent starts attacking you and they're stepping in, they're building up momentum, and you're stepping back, you're giving them distance to use to attack you. And once you stop it, once you just stop, they have nothing else to use against you. They don't have a distance anymore. From here, look at the strike. My strike can't really do much when I'm from here. But let's say the dummy keeps backing up, I'm gonna have room to strike. Remember, in last week's episode, we talked about closing the distance. Now, closing the distance worked well when your opponent continues to move back or step away, because they give you distance for your strikes to go through. But at this range, you're just kind of stuck here. You can't really do much. But from here, boom, this is where all the power is. I have my arm, I have room for my arm to strike, to retract, to extend. But from here, I'm kind of stuck with what I have. Now, this drill is still kind of something that's very new to me, so I'm not very familiar with it, but I really enjoyed it. It was very fun to do, and I just hope to continue doing this in my future classes as well, because this is a first time eye-opening experience, and I hope you could probably give it a try too. So the breakdown of the drill is one person attacks, one person defends, and the defender has to kind of just hold the ground, and if they are to defend themselves, they have to let the opponent come in to the point where it's this distance. And you can only shift, but no stepping back. And as for the attacker, you just attack whatever you can without stepping back. So if you're an attacker, the only thing you can do is step forward, and that's it, no stepping back. So give that a try, see how it goes. I'm gonna keep working on this. It was a lot of fun, and it was also just a really interesting experience, to be honest. Try it out, see how it affects you, and let me know how it goes in the comments below. So until next time, keep training.